Hi everybody, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be trying some chilies, not the spicy pepper, but instead the food establishment. They have a sandwich, it came out last month. It is the big quarter pounder, and it comes a part of their 3 and me, or 3 for me, or
Yeah.
one of those deal bundles where you get an appetizer, a bev, and entree, I guess, for $10.99.
Yes.
So it's like $11, $12 after tax. We got 2 of them today. We got the same exact thing. We got the big quarter pounder, which is a new addition.
Yes.
Or a newer addition to their 3 and me menu. So let's try it.
So you can vary it out. So I ended up getting the enchilada soup as my appetizer. Ryan got a salad.
Got a salad.
You can get French fries, or I think we both got the black beans to try them.
Yeah. So
they put this out to compete with
fast food.
McDonald's
Big
quarter
fast
pounder.
food
Right.
makes food that is expensive, and then they were like, well, for the same price as a Big Mac meal, what if you got this sandwich?
Do you want to like one of these?
Something like that.
So I thought, in this
It
day and
looks
age
fine.
where there's so much, it's actually a good looking burger right now.
Yeah.
Everything's so expensive. I wanted to compete it to see how it is. You ready?
Yeah.
What's on this thing?
The bun's pretty big.
There's ketchup. There's mustard.
Rather than a lot of places that
onions
do
and
this,
pickles.
they kind of go for a smaller bun and a taller burger. This is kind of an even-sized burger all throughout the big bun.
But it's a decent patty. You know what I mean? Like
it's
it's bigger than like
pound.
the Whopper. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Is
All
it
right.
really a quarter pound? We don't have a scale, but
Let's try.
we'll see. Looks like ketchup and mustard, pickle,
Mhm.
mayo. Maybe not.
I didn't see the mayo.
Cheese.
I saw ketchup and mustard.
Melty cheese.
I will say, they did get a nice caramelization on the top of the burger.
Mm-hmm. It adds like that char flavor,
Mm-hmm.
which it's cool for me. I like it. So
They didn't ask whether you want pink or no pink. They just cook them all to medium.
well, I guess whatever it comes out as, right?
Mm-hmm. But as far as it's not dry, there's still a moistness to the patty.
No, not really flavorful though. It's my critique.
It needs salt and pepper, for sure.
Bad.
For sure.
And there's a red onion on mine.
I have little bits of it.
It's
Yeah,
like
little-
a small dice.
It's
you
kind
can
of like the
see it.
McDonald's when they dice them up. I looked at that.
Yeah.
Like you can see.
Oh, wow.
Like, see.
I think red onion is the best onion.
You say that a lot. Yeah.
It has like, it's not really as sweet as like a Vidalia or just like a sweet onion, but it has that that I like from an onion. So that's me personally. And pickled red onions are great.
Right.
Everything red onion is good.
We should
so.
do pickled red onions.
What?
We should make some because it's just good in everything. You just throw it in everything.
Yeah, they're fine. They're good. You can if you want, I guess. But I paid $11 for this now.
Really?
Yeah, honestly not. It's not really dry. It's just lacking everything that I want, which is flavor and seasoning.
I could use more
The
sauces.
ketchup and mustard is hard carrying the sandwich.
I could use more of that just because of the thing of it. I wish it did have a seasoning on there. I don't know. For $11,
tomato.
you could add French fries. We ended up getting the baked beans. We'll try them in a minute.
We'll try those.
And I got an enchilada soup and a
drink.
large drink for $10.99. You can't beat that with a stick. Like
I can, and
No.
I will repeatedly hit it like a piñata over and over and over and over again because I don't want half this stuff. To me, I just want the burger. I don't really care about all the sides and additives, right? So, I guess that's where I'm coming from. Like, even if the salad's killer and the beans are killer, I'd rather just have 2 sandwiches for $12 rather than sandwich and then all this other stuff.
But is this not better than a quarter pounder from McDonald's?
Not for $12, it isn't.
What do you pay for like a quarter pounder meal at McDonald's?
$6.
Mm.
Meal,
I'd
maybe
have
more.
to double check that.
But even then, I don't want their fries. Like if I'm just reviewing this sandwich, it lacks a lot of flavor and stuff. For the price point, no.
I will agree with that. I will agree with that as far as, like, if you put this up against the Smash Burger we went down there, it had way more flavor, way more taste, and it was a better burger. I agree. Although, if you put this up against the $9.99 meal at Applebee's, I think I like this one a little bit better.
That one was horrendous.
Because this has a char on the outside.
The food's better.
Okay.
Here. I agree. I think it's good for what it is. For me, if I want this burger, I kind of have to get this deal, or else it's $15 for the burger, which is kind of crazy. But if you get it with the 3-and-Me, for whatever reason, it's cheaper. It's just like a lot of stuff I don't want in the meal. And if I want the meal and I want everything that's included, that's great. Like, I think this is a really good deal if you want everything. It's just I don't really want that.
For me, the only thing that was really missing, I would have liked like some jalapenos on it, like just that to give you that vinegary spice. And I would have liked a little bit more of the condiments, like, you know what I mean, like a little bit more.
The pickles are very sweet as well.
I agree with you. If it had salt and pepper, that would have been dynamite. Like, it just needed some kind of a seasoning to bring out the meat taste. But it was very good. I think the patty was cooked well. It was done well done, but it was well done as far as cook. But it wasn't dry.
No.
The cheese was good. You could taste the cheese on there.
Yeah, I can taste all the individual components.
Yeah.
There's just not a lot going on with the sandwich. And for that price point, if I'm just saying...
How much is a Whopper? You can probably see it right behind us.
Probably
We're
like
at the home of the Whopper.
$8-10.
Isn't it? But that's what I'm saying. It's at the same price range.
It doesn't mean I want to buy that either. You know, that's where I'm kind of getting at. I don't want to pay $12 for this sandwich. But maybe what we're going to try now is the stuff that's surrounding it.
Yeah.
That might be excellent.
I'm assuming this was from my soup, or because they're little corn chips. I'm going to try the enchilada soup.
You got the enchilada soup. I got a salad with avocado ranch dressing.
I do believe I had this before, and I think I like... Oh, that's a big piece of chicken in that soup.
Let's see. Massive croutons on the top here. It's kind of funny, and tomato.
I'm eating with a spork. Oh. You got a spoon?
I'm okay.
This is very good.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. I like the corn chip additive. Gives you that crunch that you're looking for. Like if you threw oyster crackers in it, you know?
Oh, that's cool. It's like a creamy ranch, I guess.
I mean, I wish there was a little bit more component than just the...
That's what I'm saying. These are like kind of like taste testing of all this stuff. And it seems like they could take all these items. Like on face value, I haven't tried the salad yet, but you could like level this up with a little bit more effort and ingenuity. Make it more solid of an item.
The chicken's tasty. There's not a lot going on in the soup. It's thin. I think, where did we go? Was it Chick-fil-A that had a tortilla soup? It actually, Qdoba had a really good, that was delicious.
That was good.
I think I like theirs better. Oh, I just spilled it on myself.
We just had, it's kind of similar, the corn soup, like the corn, the street corn soup, right? From Panera. You just tried.
Oh, yep. It just needs more stuff in it. Like, it would be nice if it had like a corn and beans inside of the enchilada.
Or more.
It's more broth than anything else. You know what I mean?
And I have a very similar thing where this is more lettuce than anything else. Of course, it's salad. This is what you expect.
Right, if it's a knock on it, I'm going to try there.
But, you know, it's kind of just like...
That smells good, though.
I mean, I understand they just put a bunch of lettuce on the bottom. And then they,
I don't know if I can
put a bunch of croutons on top. But...
So this is the beans.
Oh, let me try those.
But it actually... You could smell the salsa, like the cilantro in the...
Yeah.
They got like a pico de gallo on the top, I believe it is. You know, with a little salsa.
Oh. Let's see what we think. Once again, needs more salt and pepper.
Or like if they hit it with a little of the Mexican seasoning, you know what I mean, to bring it out a little bit. I mean, they're not bad. I could use more of the salsa that they threw in there, because I would like.
Yeah, it's not nearly. It tastes very similar. It's just a can of black beans. So
Yeah, where they were going with it, because you could smell the cilantro in the pico de gallo that they threw in there, but I thought they seasoned the whole beans. They didn't.
No.
It's just black beans, which again, nothing wrong with that.
That's what the item is.
Mm-hmm.
So it is to be expected. Do I think this is a good deal? Yeah, if you have $12 and you're looking for like a sit-down meal that's solid, great. If you're looking for you just want to have a cheeseburger, I don't think so. I don't think this is the right avenue to go.
I can't say that.
The cheeseburger wasn't good.
Oh my God.
It was fine. I would give it like a 5 because it lacks.
What do you give? We haven't had a quarter pounder from McDonald's in forever, but what do you give McDonald's?
Like most burgers we've had at Sonic are
the smash patty
25 times better, and they're way less. Like I'm comparing this to like a Sonic because or Dairy Queen because it kind of has that vibe, except this place don't have no drive-through.
Okay.
No, I'm kind of getting that vibe.
I'm feeling you on that one. We haven't had a Dairy Queen one in forever.
Right.
That was so long ago. But I do remember liking theirs that they have. I forget what it's called, the smash patty or whatever it was called on there.
But Sonic has been making
Sonic's is good.
Solid
they got
burgers.
the queso. They have been. It's funny because growing up, there was not that smash patty. Like we didn't do that. We always had hamburger patties. And the more I've gone back to the smash patties, the more I actually enjoy them. Way better. I think that caramelization you get on the outside, they stay juicier, and then you stack the 2 patties. It just, you get the same amount of meat.
But those only excel if they are seasoned well.
That's the difference. No, I agree. I agree with you. That's where the smash burger that we went to down in North Attleboro, I believe it was, is still one of the best. I still talk about that burger. Like, it was hands down one of the best burgers I've had, to include some that I've cooked. Like, that was just well seasoned. The whole thing was just well seasoned. And that's where, when you get a regular patty like this, it does kind of take you back a little bit because you really have to season it because it's a thick patty.
And it's fine. The issue is there's no seasoning here.
There was none. I agree.
But you can have a patty like this and it still be very good. It's just the difference here is that the ingredients aren't as fresh. And there's not a lot of ingredients on this sandwich to begin with. The ingredients are pickle, mustard, and ketchup.
Right.
Onions,
red onions.
Technically, they're just so finely diced that they're almost a flavoring rather than an ingredient.
I think they went for that because that's what McDonald's does.
100%, but McDonald's has Big Mac sauce. They could have thrown Big Mac sauce on this burger.
Yeah, but they don't put that on a quarter pounder.
No, but quarter pounder is like, I would honestly rather have a McDonald's quarter pounder.
Speaking of that, do you remember when we did the Big Mac at way back? Was way better than this one. I'll give you that one.
I think most of the burgers
from way back,
like even Sonic, every item on that menu clears this.
If you get the enchilada soup and the beans, you mix them together, it's delicious. Now my soup is hearty. It actually works very well with the 2 of them in there. But overall, I still think it's a great deal. For $10.99, you're getting. And if you want to, we can go back and try if you guys want to see it. Like, I haven't had a quarter pounder from Burger King. I mean, from McDonald's in forever. We always get the little ones. You know what I mean? The cheeseburgers. So I do remember if when we have had the quarter pounder, it was a better tasting burger.
Do you remember the barbecue? I think it was a quarter pound patty.
That was from Burger King.
No, was it them? They had a quarter pound patty and it was barbecue and they had like a bunch of stuff on it. I'm sure Burger King copied them afterwards.
I think, yeah.
But that was
we
really
didn't get
good.
The Burger King one. Remember, someone said we got the wrong thing because it didn't even have the
steakhouse one.
Yeah,
the smokehouse one. Yeah, no, McDonald's had one that was really good. I think that was the quarter pound one, and I remember liking it.
Right.
Just a quarter pound from McDonald's is solid. I think it's their best tasting burger on their menu.
That's Uncle Michael's trick. He does that, and he adds the Big Mac sauce, and it's just a better burger.
The issue is that this burger here was nothing. There was nothing really redeemable for me that makes me want to spend $12 for it again. That's the only catch I have, which is sad.
I think the meal deal is worth it.
Very good deal for price-wise.
It's another sit-down restaurant that needs to open up the salt and pepper shaker. I don't understand. I don't understand that. Because even the beans, I can honestly say the Taco Bell beans have more flavor than what these baked beans.
The reasoning they don't do it is because there is some on their table.
Okay.
And I'm sure we'll get this critique in the comments as well. We normally do. But yeah. There's normally pepper and salt shaker with like a Cholula or like Frank's bottle of hot sauce and a bottle of ketchup for all the kids with their French fries and chicken fingers.
Then I guess the thing would be, if someone's taking takeout, which that's what
Throw
we're
in some
doing,
packets.
then throw in a couple salt and
Yeah.
pepper packets and throw in a couple extra ketchup and mustard
But
packets.
even then, it should be expected that the food is good how it arrives to the table, in my
Correct.
opinion.
Right.
If you're selling food that's like, oh, I have to do it myself, maybe lower the price a little.
I agree with
But
that.
cooking stuff with salt and pepper is way different than adding it on after.
I agree with that also.
Especially if it's kosher salt versus iodized table salt, which is
Mhm.
what you'll find in there. You're not finding kosher salt in there on the
Right.
tables. So, that's like my one critique.
It does make a big difference. You just got. They don't have to put a ton, but if you can taste a little bit of the seasoning. Don't get me wrong. People like your mother that like to just eat bland would
Sure.
absolutely.
If you don't
love
like
this.
a lot of flavor and stuff, this is for you.
She would have said, "Oh, I can taste the mustard."
The
Wouldn't
issue
like
is
it,
that
you know.
the crisp on the thing is kind of burnt tasting. It adds that char flavor. It can be kind of dry in the middle. The issue is that the item itself is so boring, in my opinion. It's just a cheeseburger with ketchup and mustard. Lettuce, tomato is the bare minimum for a place that sit down and I'm paying $10 for a burger. It better have lettuce on it.
I do agree with that. They should have put lettuce and tomato on it, but
Or
I don't think
anything.
the quarter pounder has it
I don't care.
at McDonald's. They're trying
I really
to
don't. This
replicate.
is $12 version of the $6 burger.
I'm gonna have to see how much that is. To be honest
It's
with you.
$15 if you don't get it for the 3 and Me.
I get it.
That's my only critique is you're spending $12 on a non-seasoned kind of subpar burger. And the only thing that's like really redeeming is the quarter-pound patty, I guess.
I did like the soup with the
But-
beans, though.
The salad's
the
pretty
key.
good. This is a solid dressing. Is the avocado ranch. They only give you like this much for this much salad, which is fine, I guess.
I'm not going to
But-
disagree with. I agree with 90% of the stuff. I do think this is a good deal. I do, unlike you,
Yeah.
think the burger was decent. Could have they improved 100%? Would have I liked it if you could add on stuff or do all the things you said? It would have been better with lettuce and tomato. It would have carried it more. It would have gave it more moisture.
Anything.
No, I agree with you.
It would at least bring it up to the $12 or $15 mark they're pricing it as.
I get that, but it was the one thing I gotta say is because we did a grimace meal that was
Sure.
$18. That was a
I-
Big Mac, a shake, and
I don't
fry.
care. I don't think like
This is worth it.
in the case of like bringing back comparisons and stuff, bringing the most egregious ones are always going to make it look good.
Right.
If we're being like, I think every item is its own adventure. We're like, sure, that was a bad adventure. I think the flavor there was better than this. It was seasoned way better than this was.
I don't
Because a Big
like
Mac at least has more
going on.
stuff.
I'm
going
gonna
on. It
look.
has a
Just I
third
don't have my
bread.
glasses. Just for fun. I want to see
The price of it, you're
what
checking.
what it would be.
Okay, we're gonna check the price for a quarter pounder. I think it's $6 to $8. I don't know how much inflation has cooked it, but
Providing we get service here.
at least it's consistent.
I have glasses
um,
somewhere. Where's my man order?
You want me to just do it,
It
or
would make it easier because I can't see.
okay?
But oh my
Go on the
glasses.
McDonald's app.
I'm just curious what their quarter pounder meal deal is. You know what I mean?
Meal deal is $10,
All right, so you're in the range,
right?
I
Or a
think-
double quarter pounder is $11
Okay.
for a meal. So for the single thing without like a drink and fries, it's $6.79.
Okay.
Is what I'm saying is like
Okay.
this burger was not even $6 worth.
Yep.
I'd get like $5 or a 2 for $10 would be a good deal for just the burger on its own, and I could care less about all the sides. There's also a lot of sides you can't get with the 3 and Me without paying more money,
Mhm.
which is fine, I guess.
I
don't
get
know
it for
why. It's like
$10.99. I
a bowl
understand.
of mushrooms shouldn't be 50 cents more. That's just kind of weird.
Yeah.
But it also comes with a drink. But you can get the same price for a quarter pounder meal. I think that burger's better from memory. Because
That's off
this
of
burger
memory. I
was
don't know if
non-seasoned.
It was non-seasoned, but so wouldn't McDonald's be.
No, but at least their sauces are stronger.
I think they have a better cheese too.
Everything's
Just,
honestly,
on
it's
there,
just
but-
saltier.
You
because
want to
all
say
the
that? Leave a
ingredient-
comment down
all the
below. We can
ingredients
always
are so
go back.
salty
Yeah.
that it
true.
kind of salts the food.
Yeah.
Where in this case, like it's just beef, and it's just ketchup, and like that's all the salt there is the ketchup.
I agree. It needed seasoning.
And I
I
could care less about the
1,000% agree.
salad.
I get 1,000% agree with that. I still think it's a decent deal though. You're not going to
Sure.
get for
What
$10.99.
if you
You're
were
not going
selling
to get
just
this
that
much
burger?
food.
What would you sell it as though, like price wise?
I don't know.
Because in my head, I'm thinking like $6.
Yeah, give or take, you pay that for a Whopper.
But then it's like, then how does the rest of the stuff we got equate to $6?
The difference with the Whopper, and I haven't had one of them in a long time either, though, it does give you that flame broiled, so the beef patty itself does
Sure.
have more flavor.
But this is like not
Oop.
the beans and the drink is not $6 worth of food.
I hate.
So then this would have to be like $8 is what they're pricing it
But
at.
in comparison, if we didn't do it because it's so much money, and someone wants to see it, we would do it.
What?
But I wanted to do that double smasher at Red Robin's. That was $20
Sure.
for a burger and fries.
At least it's a double. And at least it's bottomless fries.
It's a double, but if you eat there. But if you take it out, it's not.
Sure, if you take anything out, it's like, what's the point?
Yeah.
But they do give you the Red Robin seasoning packet, which is a plus.
I agree.
They also didn't give us forks and spoons, which is fine.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal. Just thought I'd mention it.
I think it's a good deal. I agree with you.
Good
I
deal
think
if you're sitting down
we've
and you want all
had
of it,
we've had
but-
better burgers, but I think it was better than the Applebee's.
Does
when
it
we did
compete
that
with
one.
any other quarter-pound burger or any other burger in general from any fast food places? Absolutely not. I think Sonic clears it, and Sonic is more of a sit-down than these guys are.
Sonic?
So-
Their new smash burgers are very good.
All their food is slaps.
It is very good.
And they're like
I'll give you that.
half the price of this, and the
True.
burgers are more substantial and more unique.
I do like their queso sauce they got on the queso smash burger
Yeah.
that they had. So
But you can't buy alcohol there. You can buy alcohol here. So
yeah. I mean, this is solid. You have to leave a comment
And
down
for
below
takeout,
if you do
which is
enjoy.
wild.
But I wanted to do this one because it is priced according to fast food, so on there. But
Sure, I don't see how they're. I guess that's their marketing. Is like we're trying to compete with. Oh, McDonald's makes a burger and it's $12, so let's make a burger that's worth $12. But that's the opposite of what they should be doing. They should be making a burger that's cheaper and better, because they're kind of just contributing to the whole let's raise prices.
in their defense, I think
In a couple years ago, if they had this on the menu, it would not be the same
I
price.
think the quality of meat was there. They just needed to season it. I think it was a decent patty.
Yeah, it was just.
It was
boring.
a decent. It was boring because it had no flavor.
Also, there's nothing on the sandwich other than the patty.
I'm agreeing with you, but I'm just trying to point out it wasn't as
There's a
bad
lot
as
of
you're
flaws.
saying, but it needed work. It
No,
needed
it's
help.
just it's not $12 worth. It's
No,
only
yeah.
that's the hurdle I have to get over. Is like
Yeah.
the price. And even if I disregard the price, it was kind of a sucky sandwich.
All right, well, there you
So
go. That's our review.
Sorry guys, I don't know.
Yeah.
Sorry Chili's.
Yeah.
I do think if you're looking for a sit down meal and you want all the sides with it, it's a good deal, because it's some home cooked food. It's probably I don't want to say it's healthier, but I would assume so.
We haven't done
But-
McDonald's quarter pounder in forever. If you want to see it, leave a comment down below.
Leave a
But
comment.
I think it was a little bit better than what I remember McDonald's putting out. That's all.
That's insane.
I do. I just think it was. But it definitely needed work. It needed stuff on it.
A lot.
For sure. For sure. I'll agree with that. Even the beans, like they needed Taco Bell's beans are seasoned better.
All the stuff that is alongside the already kind of expensive burger doesn't hold it up. It kind of.
I'm agreeing. I hear you.
If I go to Chili's, I want like seasoned food. I
I'm
mean,
a
Chili's
believer.
are in the title of the
Yeah.
place. Advertise those guys.
Yeah.
Don't advertise like if you're gonna have a side of beans, at least make it taste not like a can of beans.
Honestly, that was the probably more disappointing than the burger was the fact that I
All
smelled.
the sides are whack.
I could smelt the cilantro from the pico de gallo that they threw in there, but there was no taste like that. It needed some kind
This
of
is just lettuce. So,
it needed some stuff. So, all right, there
good
you go.
deal. $12
Good
for the
deal.
meal. Yes, burger on its own, not so much.
Yeah.
So
it is a value meal, but it wasn't horrible.
sure,
but they could.
they're advertising the burger.
No, I get you.
So if you really want that burger, it's not that great. But if you want the whole meal, I think it's a solid choice.
All right, there you go. Well,
So-
there you go. If there's anything else to do out there, leave a comment down below.
Check out Less Cash More Mash, link in the description. They have fun over there. Pew pew pew. Less Cash
Pew, pew.
More Mash. You can go
Alright.
check them out.
Well, there you
They
go.
do whiskey reviews if that's something you're into. They have fun.
That's our review. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video.